Now, I've received my personal Thorn Kukri, and I'm incredibly pleased with it, but if you've been watching my videos, I haven't actually tested this on video. So that's what I'm going to be doing today. And so we're going to start with a paper test. I've got some wood here, we're going to cut it down, we're going to split it down, we're also going to chop on the stump a little bit. Now, the only test I won't be, actually no, I will do penetration tests as well. And after all is said and done, we'll also do a paper test at the end to check edge retention. Alright, so paper test first. Alright, checking initial sharpness. Oh, got a little bit of tearing. Hold on. I'll just stop mucking around and actually do it properly. Here we are. And penetration for the tip. Alright, so we had a little bit of tearing there as well, so I may have to hone. Oh no. No, that's quite nice as well, so it's doing alright, it's doing pretty well. This is straight out of the box too, so that's good. We'll keep some of this paper for the test at the end. Alright, now I'm happy with that. We'll get into some chopping. We'll start with chopping on the stump, and then we'll do the standard holding the wood upright and chopping it that way too. So we'll start like, actually no, we'll do it the other way around. We'll cut this in half first, and then we'll do some stump chopping afterwards. So it's biting quite deep initially. It's not that heavy. I'm not going full power strikes either. I'm just going nice and light. I'm just flicking that wrist. There is a little bit of shock in the handle. Nice, easy, light chops. But it is biting deep, which is good. Cool. Edge is fine. Lost a little bit of an edge, but no damage. Right. Now onto some leg chopping, and then we'll try some splitting. we go. Nice easy light chops, relatively quick. This is a hardwood. This is a lot tougher than the stuff you would have seen in the previous video. Alright. See if we can't split this down. I think I'll chop this bit off. We'll split this piece down. Yeah. All right. Edge is still good. We'll go again. Right down the middle. Travel a little bit further back than I'd like. Oh well, we're just going to have to finish it. There we go. So it splits. And now that we've done that, we'll do some penetration. I reckon we'll do it on this part. Oh. You know what, let's just do it on the stump. Yeah, the tip's not really designed for penetrating into logs like that, but yeah, it's a little bit bent, if you can see that. It's bent a tiny bit. I'd rather it bend than break. So against, you know, flesh, that kind of thing, sure, it'll do well. Against wood and stumps, probably not so much. That's alright. I've straightened it again, if you can see that. Alright, I'll wipe this off real quick. I'll try the paper test again. Now, that was quite hard wood, but we'll see how we did. Yeah, we're still sharp. It still slices the paper, no problem at all. Which is good, that's a good heat treat. That's what you want. Running out of paper here. Alright, that'll do for now. Now, I'll explain a couple of the features. Because although a lot of people go, oh, it looks pretty, what's the point? I can actually explain some of these features. Now, for starters, the blade fuller. People go, well, why'd you put that there? Now, the reason I put that there is one, yes, aesthetics, but it also allows for this. You can use it as a grip when you're choking up so you can slice. So that's what that's for. You can even go as high up as here and put your finger behind that harpoon portion there and slice with it. Might even just stick that in my in my jacket there, and that actually takes the weight of the handle away entirely. And I can sit there and do that all day. So that's cool. But multi-grip is what I'm going for, as well as aesthetics. So you'll see I've got a choil here. So you've got heavy chopping grip right down the bottom. You've got your balanced grip, which is right in the center there, which is good for a little bit of everything. And then you can come right up here. That can be for your carving. Then you can come up here like this. So I've got my finger in the choil there, and my thumb is in the blade fuller, as you can see here. And that's for sort of choked up food preparation, butchering to a point maybe. And then your real fine stuff up here. Now you can't put much pressure on it with this grip, but you don't have to. It's for fine work. It's for real sort of detailed stuff. You know, just sort of chopping up garlic or something like that, if you need to. Now that's what that's for. So it's not purely just aesthetic. The other thing is the spines. These harpoon spines here. Now, this one here is to reinforce the tip. It brings the angle coming down to the tip and reinforces that a little bit. Gives it a little bit more metal. And it also has to do with the balance. It moves the point of balance a little bit further forward, but not overly much. The center one is what a lot of people sort of took issue with, because they've seen this design for harpoon quite a lot in Bowie knives and stuff. But this one they go, what's the point? Now, this doesn't have a crushing pommel. It's a stick tank. Arun did a fantastic job, by the way, of my keeper plate. It's simple, elegant. I like that. We'll go more for a sundog symbol sort of style in the future, but to begin with, that's really nice. I like that. But this, because there's no crushing pommel, you can use this, like that, to kind of crush rocks, break open rocks, crush nuts, that kind of thing. Knock in tent posts with this center portion, and knock in some pegs, that kind of thing. That's what it's for. Just like the finger choil has very close to a 9-degree edge along it, as does the spine for your ferro rods. So you can put your ferro rod in there and pull that through to light it. So a lot of thought has gone into this. It's not purely aesthetic. It is partially aesthetic, it's not purely aesthetic. It is functional, and everything I've done here has had at least the intention of a function behind it. Alright? So that's my functional review and you know, show you a little bit of its performance. Barun Bareilly did do testing with the prototype before he released it to me, and you'll see him cutting buffalo horn and even mild steel with one of these. Obviously you're going to have edge damage if you do that. It's a no-brainer. But the fact that it held up and destroyed that mild steel is indicative of the heat treatment of these blades, so I'm pretty happy with that. Thank you very much, and I'll catch you on the next video. It'll probably be Manar when that design is released. It should be on its way. If it's not that, it'll be my custom blade from Kalish Blades. Thank you very much, everyone, and I'll post the link in the description of where to buy this. Cheers.